Hi, I'm Randy May. I'm a principal architect at Hazelcast, and most of my background is with helping Hazelcast customers with, we call it fast data solutions. User code namespace lets you associate um, a set of code resources, so jars or classes, with a particular data structure like a map in Hazelcast. So the important part is that it lets you send that code at runtime to the server side. So basically it executes on the server where the data is. So if you've got a bank balance update or something like that, where it's going to be much faster and more efficient to basically send the code to the data than rather than send the data to the code. And this feature just makes that 100 times easier. Now the effort is negligible. You just package it with your Spring Boot app or whatever kind of app you have, and basically a couple lines of code to send it to directly send it to the server, and that's it. So it's a really nice solution now. If you think in a typical computation where you pull data from a server into a client and do the computation and send it back, computation is it could be like microseconds, but the network round trip is probably milliseconds. So you're talking like a thousand-fold difference there. And if you can just execute all that on the server, it eliminates a lot of data movement and serialization and CPU spent on serialization. So the typical pattern involves just basically tying up a thread while the client waits for the server to send the data back. And although there are ways around it, that's the easiest and most common way that that server-side code is invoked. And if you tie up a thread, then you're kind of rendering that core useless for the duration of the wait, which is a long time. If you think about the fact that the network round trip's a few milliseconds and the compute time's a microsecond, then I'm waiting a century to just get my little piece of data and do my little compute and send it back, and it's another century to send it back to the server. So this is much faster.